Hello. Hi. So now we're ready for an interview. My name is Karina, and today we will interview you about your experience with funded firm trading. So could you please start by introducing yourself?
My name is Pulkit Aravasti. In India, we use the father initial of R, which is like Pulkit Ramji Avasti. I'm an IT engineer by degree, but I pursued trading as a profession from my side. There was an atmosphere of trade in my college, even though the principal and peon, all of them are trading from, the higher post to the lower post. In Gujarat, there is like trading atmosphere is in here. So I thought that if a peon can do it and a principal could, we are not like much more intelligent from a principal, but right, but we're not as bad as a peon. I'm not saying he's bad, but the higher and lower commands, if they are into the trading, then I can also do it. So that pushed
Mm-hmm.
me into the trading.
And how did you find out about funded firm trading? How did you find out
Uh,
that this company exists?
that was from an word of mouth of a friend of mine. He just bought an account and got the withdrawal. So just in case the things went as planned, and he said, "Yeah, this firm is good. You can trust on into."
And what were you doing before you started trading?
I used to trade since my college finished in 2016-17. I was into Indian markets, but in the mid of COVID, the government just changed the laws, the regulatories of SEBI and all. So I just changed it to the US, and later on I shifted to the forex completely.
hmm So, when you joined Funded Firm, were there any features that stood out to you?
The only feature stood out to me was going for like US, UPI, sorry, UPI based transaction for buying the accounts. Previously, I have tried a firm. I'm just giving you the three initials of it, MFF, right? They just made a lot of messy stuffs and all. They are having only the crypto payments for the buying of the account. The payout is good enough for me, but if we are buying an account and directly going for the crypto payment in India, it's not a bad thing, but it's not that much easy to arrange on, right? All of the regulatories and taxes and all. So this
hmm
firm has a option of buying account by the UPI, which at major every company is right now like enrolling. But I just got this feature as a good one, a plus incentive going for that.
Okay. And when you started trading, what type of Funded Firm account did you start with, and how long did it take you to pass the challenge?
At very first, I just bought the account of 10K, and I passed it for like 29 days. But when I got the account and the credentials were real, I even back while opted for a 100K account, and there the things messed up because I was passing the 100K account, trying to pass on, and the 10K account was real and it was same mobile only. So instead of placing the lot for the 100K, I placed them into the 10K. So that's how the account got wiped out. But the firm responded. I just they got me the mail that 10 account has been washed out, 10K has been washed out. So after that, it took me 21 days again to pass the 100K account. The first one was kind of difficult, but then it was like kind of I was like feasible with the rules. So it
Mm-hmm.
was a positive side to take a 10K account at first point, and secondly 100K which I passed on.
And now, regarding your trading routine, which session and instrument do you typically trade?
Mostly I to go for the combination of four sessions, all of the four, which like it's kind
Oh.
of some kind of like different stuff which I follow. The common time of Sydney and Tokyo session, 7 to 9 a.m. IST. Right on that time, it's
Mhm.
in here which I have saw that manipulation is less, and at majority you can see the institutional buying and selling on the early morning in the starting of two sessions. Meanwhile, in the middle of the session, when the Sydney session and London session are exchanging, there's not kind of much more volume. And for like giving a second trade of a day, I go for again 8:30 to 9:30, which is like combination of the London session and the New York session. So I'm like using four of the sessions, but the main part where the main window where the both sessions like overlap in the morning and in the evening. At majority, I'm following them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and when you're trading, sometimes we get all emotional because it's the essential part of the trading.
Yeah.
So, are there any biases or toxic traits that can impact your trading?
The toxic trait which a person or trader gets, if you have to trade in the market, I'm not saying anything bad for anyone. Every person at their own age, they have their own way to trade. But for understanding the markets, one has to understand women. I'm not like triggering to anyone. They just constantly keep changing into the moods and all. Similarly, this also gets changing into continue and all. Right, markets are not like rigid, they are versatile. They too like buy, sell, and onto the spikes and all. So the negative trait which I follow, which I have seen into the me, is like that I get sometimes greedy. If I'm having my target, like suppose the gold is of 4,000, right, and the highest spike is like my target is 4,020, like covering up to the 10 to 15 points, the pips, from 4,000 to 4,015, and I can see over the chart that the spike could go to the 19 or 20. So I will place again a second trade. Regardlessly, my target has been achieved. I have squared off the position. Since the old traders, they said opening and squaring of the position. So on the my tongue, it's not exit position, it's like square off, closing of the play and all. So that time I get greedy that I should have been waited for 3 or 4 more points or like that kind of stuff. So that's a negative trait which I have subdued for that. I just close the terminal. My target or stop loss has been achieved, and I have to close it. That's the only way to stop me from overtrading.
Sorry, so when you get greedy, how do you manage that behavior?
I just think of the negative side. What if the trade directly went to my stop loss? So it's better, better to get something than zero. So that thing, less, you just say to yourself only. Self talks are important. As a trader, self talks are always important. So I just follow that. ठीक है. If not stop loss, then a target is good, even better.
Mm-hmm,
Despite that, I do
mm-hmm.
place sometimes two or three trades, and I sometimes like wipe off the profit as well. Or sometimes, my main target achieves on, so my profit increases. But at majority, whenever I have broken my law, the self-setted rules which I have set for myself, whenever I break them, I get the penalty from getting out the worsening of the profit of the market.
Oh, nice. Oh, thank you. And how about sharing your strategy that you use? Are you able to maybe show us the Funded Firm account dashboard and walk us through your thought process and what you
Yeah,
usually focus on? Mm-hmm.
sure. I can watch for that. It will take some time for me to log in from my device.
For sure. If you could maybe
Yeah, sure.
show.
I would love to show that. That's kind of it's kind of motivational for other traders as well. While they trade or they join, the risk reward ratio which I follow is kind of like designed from the my side only, because I have been into the Indian markets, and I was trading the index. So you also know that Nat 100 and this index trading is kind of different in compared to the commodity trading. So following those negative toxic trades and using it and improvising it to the commodity of forex market, I would definitely be sharing, and that might be helpful. My reward ratio is kind of messy, but yeah, majority of the trades which I close are going on to my targets only, so it's kind of a plus point for me. My profile is risky trader profile, which I have seen over the funded firm as well. It's showing the high risky trader. See, so when I got the account in the early of like September, right, 7th or 8th September, I guess, when I placed my trade. Uh, So I will hang my 25 pips of target that there were like seven lots, not on a single go, not on a one go, in a minor parts and all. So the graph is
Mhm.
going for the green. Then I just got close to the washout area. Then again I made the profit. I washed it out again. My trading style is kind of risky, and this was the worst losing streak I have ever seen of my account. Then after recovering from the part when I just redefined my system and my just stuff which I trade onto, it's hopefully it's all good only.
Mhm.
So it's like any another way you like. Should I zoom in or like that kind of stuff will be done?
Mhm. Oh, I can see. What's your highest drawdown?
Highest drawdown is, I mean, like, wait, let me just see on, just a moment.
Mhm.
2530, I guess, or the major one previously was 2600, 2790 on
Okay.
the 17th. For that time, I just went for a lot of big lots. Like it's for not that much big, but the drawdown was like I was just like fighting with my own negative trade on that day. I said, that if I'm having my target and I'm getting it to recover, so like $500 was the first loss directly on the day, and then I just fought back. I was like pretty much good, 850 plus on that day as well, but it went negative, and at last I just cleared out to the stuff which is was going on to.
Mm-hmm. And what's your biggest payout?
Biggest payout which I have seen is like 5700. It will be shown under the payout. I was having like on the high scale of $11,000, but again before placing the payout it's like 6798 amount. Six
Mm-hmm.
seven nine eight dollars, close to $7,000, I guess. It was seven six
Mm-hmm.
double zero because of the consistency rule, which has been removed in the second part. But on that day, things just went kind of negative.
Mm-hmm.
So I just
Uh,
fall back from the $11,000 to the $8,000. I just pushed back the $950 and I was close enough to 9,000. And then I was not under the mood of trading. I was having some meetings back to back. But the I said I could kind of get greedy. I was like, I will be hitting back to the 11,000 or 15,000. But that backfired. And then after when I just came back to the 7500, I said, no, I have to make the payout. So I just stopped over trading over there. If I did stopped it earlier, then my payout would be close to $9,900. Because it's $11,000 my max, which I have attained over the account.
mm-hmm. So, how do you usually handle big drawdowns in your trading journey?
This might seem kind of just making a blind eye over the market. If you are having a huge drawdown, any kind of like a losing streak, so to break that losing streak you have to stop the revenge trading from the market, which I have seen. You know that I will recover it on the same day. If I'm having like minus of 11,100, so I should not fight myself for like getting, no, I will make another trade and will recover like $1,200 in positive. I will be like, okay, if I'm recovering 100, 200 is good. 900 was my limit, and I just pushed it further to the 1100. So either I will try for the smaller lots. If the loss has been came to the single lot and directly, or cut half lot, 20 pips and 20 points, it fall back. I will try to do just a kind of little bit of positive trade, or even kind of $50, $50, $100, or $200, $500, whichever is like clean move I'm getting, just because to
Mm-hmm.
keep your mentality positive, that you have been broke the losing streak. These things also affect in the market into my training style. If you're having like back-to-back losses, even if it's like $100 on a big account as well, or over the week, if you're losing $100, you mentally get pressurized that suddenly 5 days are gone like red, so you will get a revenge. I would try
Mm-hmm.
to go that, okay, if like 100 is a negative point, even if a $10 $50 is a profit, I will close that day. That okay, I have recovered 50, I can make 450 again. So that thing
Mm-hmm.
helps me to break my losing streak. If you are like we have broken your losing streak, it's much more better to recover all of the account. I
Okay.
have went
And
close to the washout as well. Previously, when I was under my losing streak, on my highest losing streak, I was like up for the 8%. Then I lost that all of the 8%, and I was close down to like $250 left for the washout. 5.80%, and from then I just made a single positive trade and recovered back to the $11,000 after recovering the drawdown, the minus point, the 6% drawdown, that it was close to 5.8%. From there I recovered
mm-hmm.
back to the 11.
Mm-hmm. And when you get a big payout, what do you do with that? Do you purchase something or do you trade further?
After getting the payout, first of all I have to cherish that I have got something to my hands, and it's like you are working for the stuff, 30-day payout cycle and 50-day payout cycle, whichever the any trader has been following, and I just take a break of a week. A kind of full week is kind of, you should roam around your friends, you can go into the event, you should relax your brain. No,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into the drinks and all, but my circle is kind of clean. So, we just go to the event, kind of like dancing event or kind of like social gathering
Oh.
events or any kind of stuff. A week is like totally enjoyable. Then after I say, Lana, okay, now brain is refreshed. Now we can just get back to the work and go buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. I
Nice.
do reward myself over the trade.
Nice. You do reward yourself. That's good. And lastly, what advice would you give to other traders aspiring to get funded?
Whoever is like looking for the funded accounts, like I heard of the two or three firms, but my personal review with this firm is good. And buying out the account first, the first target should be like getting a small amount or an XYZ amount of the payout from the firm. So like they will be getting a motivational support that yeah, if the firm has paid XYZ amount, they can go with the another XYZ amount as well. So my personal review would be like take making your payouts, keep your payouts running, and not for the going of the account fees and all. That's kind of a small cherry on the top only. What the people in India do follow, they are behind their fees, right? If you have paid XYZ amount, then first I will make it double, make it triple. No, just go for the minimum stuff, the minimum payout amount which is possible to get up from the firm. If like someone is having 1,100K account, right, and he make a decent $2,500 account, just forget the month. Make your payout or have your target that 5,000 or 4% or 8% or 10%, it's well enough for me, which I have personally made 11. And over the grid of the 4% only, I was not looking that I have been above my target. My target was like 8 to 9% only, right? But that they went on to my favor. The my trades were as I planned. Market moved or I predicted the move. They're all predictions only. Whatever the stuff you draw on the charts or whatever like indicators do you use, what kind of experience a person has, everything is like calculative prediction only into the market. We never know
Mm-hmm.
wherever the senior Mr. Spectacles will come and say good morning, and your trade just goes reverse. I'm not claiming with the name, the federal chief. We never know wherever the Trump will say in the morning and he decide to go like I'm doubling the tariff. About to your chart, you having a buying, right? You're having the vision of a buy side, right? But if suddenly he comes into the meeting and he says no, I'm giving tariff, so those are like unexpected events. And at that time, either from washing out the account, it's better to go for a lower target base and just squaring off the position. So keep yourself growing, even if it's a 0.1%, even $100 a day, $10 a day, $50 a day. It's like good for the mentality. So
Mm-hmm.
what I would
Thank
suggest
you.
is like to keep the pairs running and whatever the stuff goes. And if you're getting a target, then everything above the target is cherry on the top. Cherry over the cake
Thank
or
you so much
XYZ.
for this advice, and thank you for this interview. And hope that our viewers can learn more and get their payouts. So thank you so much. All right, bye bye.